¿Qué tal, gente? Soy Lobito, bienvenidos a otro video al canal, bienvenidos a otro video de Genshin Impact. El día de hoy, como prometí hace un tiempo, vamos a ahora hacer la anécdota tribal de xilonen. Ya está disponible, así que podemos intentarla. La otra vez sí cometí el error de ir avanzando pensando que eran misiones secundarias y no esperaba que fueran misiones de literalmente las misiones de los personajes, así como estábamos acostumbrados antes. No pensé que era así, porque empecé haciendo la de Kinich primero en los retornos arbóreos. Después, cuando ya estaba haciendo la gente de los del ¿cómo se llama? De los manantiales, ahí me di cuenta que no, no era así. Pero bueno, ya tenemos disponible la misión de xilonen, así que voy a hacer un pequeño recap. Así que no se preocupen, los voy a poner al día en esas dos misiones que no logré grabar. ¿Qué tal, gente? Antes de continuar con el video, este pequeño fragmento lo estoy grabando tras haber completado la historia. Simplemente para avisar que hubo un pequeño error en el audio y el OBS no estaba captando el audio del juego. Así que nada, los primeros minutos el juego está en silencio. Mil disculpas por el error. Pero ya a partir de más o menos de entre el minuto 5 al minuto 6 ya está arreglado ese problema. Así que de nuevo mil disculpas y espero que eso puedan comprender esa pequeña falla que he tenido con OBS. Sin más, continuamos con el video. Muy bien, para ponerlos al día, en el primer acto, la disonancia de Tepleli, nos encontramos con Cheven, que era la dueña de la joyería en Búfalo, que nos la salvamos prácticamente para que no pasara nada. Entonces ella nos regala unas cosillas ahí para, como agradecimiento, ¿no? Luego visitamos a una chica llamada Tlazoli, y descubrimos que está haciendo su trabajo para su hija Neshka. Entonces no sé cómo pronunciar muy bien. Estaba muy enferma, pero parece que Neshka ya se estaba recuperando y todo estaba yendo mejor. Entonces ahora hay un sonido extraño que está reverberando, entonces vamos a iniciar con esta misión. Esperen un momento, quiero activar la experiencia fluida, ahora sí. Siempre les recomiendo muchísimo que usen la experiencia fluida, es lo mejor que puede haber. Ah, xilonen durmiendo. este... Necesito tomar una captura de esto. ¡No! Cambio la cámara. Quería tomar una captura de esto. No logré tomar una captura. Fui muy lento. Ok, es tan yo, men. Es muy fácil identificarse con ella, men. Es muy fácil identificarse con xilonen. Esto sí le tengo que tomar una captura. Ok. No, estaba bien. La crónica de peregrinaje se refiere a esa especie de pergamino de color morado que nos dio en la misión de Arconte en el acto 4. Ok. Yo también quiero. ¿Esos son regalos de cumpleaños? Un dato curioso, cuando es tu cumpleaños en la vida real en el juego, xilonen te regala una caja de herramientas. Está en su diálogo, en sus diálogos de personaje. ¿A qué? ¿Un qué? What the fuck?
After all, that inscription will never wear out. And it's easy to carry. I'd say that's quite a fitting use for it.
You do have a point, but my inscription is almost already full.
¿Tan largo es tu nombre?
I engraved some wishes on my blaze gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tasoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short, this blaze gem inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names themselves. Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wondrous powers.
Un poder.
So, many people who bought blaze gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes that they would come true.
Sounds kinda like a wish granter. But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
Justo eso estaba pensando.
Don't worry. We usually ask Tatholi to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving. With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text. Without the right angle of lighting, the blaze gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
That's true. In the end, a blaze gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. It doesn't have the power to grant people's wishes.
Exacto.
Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. The only one who will answer is yourself. But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement. Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. These things are extremely durable. And I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're
Claro.
not cheap and very hard to get. If you ever lost it, you'd just be filled with regret.
Como la piedra que destrozaste en tu tráiler, bueno, no destrozaste, sino que agotaste todo el flojisto de esa piedra.
It's really strange. Given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one? Huh. Oh, well, I hope someone didn't give her an idea of making fewer and selling for more.
Creo que sé quién le daría esa idea.
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. Still, I don't think it's such a bad thing for Tatholi to make some money by selling these. At least she and little Nachka are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried
Se
about
podría
their
decir que sí.
family at first, and was even planning to send them some...
Amiga, eres demasiado
What was I
olvidadiza.
planning to send to Nachka again?
All right, if you stay out in the heat for any longer, I'm afraid even the inscription won't be able to save your memory. You
Ok.
should, go back.
Right. Right. Please give my regards to Tlasoli and Nachka. What's going on? Maybe I should go talk to Erinley to get some medicine.
Erinley.
So you'll be going to Nachka's birthday
Erinley.
party, xilonen? Oh, perfect! Then let's go together!
Sí, vamos a colarnos en una fiesta a la cual no fuimos invitados.
Oh, yeah, sure, but I didn't expect you to know Tassoli too. She hasn't been coming to the tribe much lately, so how did you get a chance to talk with her?
¿Verdad? Me pregunto cómo esta interacción con xilonen sería si es que no completamos su misión de... O sea, si es que no completamos la misión de
that's how you
Arconte.
met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material. Guess she's really pulling out all the stops for her daughter.
Pero no sabemos qué le puede
Then
gustar.
let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
Huh? Wait a second. Our birthday gift's supposed to be a surprise? If we ask
No,
Nachka,
pero o sea,
then she'll
podemos preguntarle qué cosas son las que le gusta y así vamos haciéndonos una idea de qué le podemos regalar, así.
But if you don't ask her, then how will you know what kind of present she would like?
Claro, o sea, hay formas de preguntar
Here's another idea.
sutilmente.
Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter. That might be a good option.
Eso sería un montón, si tengo un montón en la
Give
mochila.
it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into it.
Claro, también. Pero hay maldición, hay formas de hacer esto. O sea, yo lo he hecho en la vida real. Es fácil sutilmente preguntar si es que qué es lo que a alguien le gusta.
Unfortunately, no. Nichka's illness has kept flaring up over the past few years. Apparently, she couldn't do anything during that time other than rest in bed. She didn't even have the strength to talk to anyone. It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regained strength to write letters to others. Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I can split the book into 2 volumes and we can each give her one.
Mejor vamos a preguntarle a Neshka. Sí, ¿cómo va a ser? Mejor démosle este regalo y decimos que es de parte de los dos.
Anyway, could you tell us a bit more about the book that you're getting her? Is it really that unpopular?
Well, it's a little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of To Kill the Brave.
Tequila
The
el
premise of
audaz.
the book is pretty straightforward. It's basically about a set of twin brothers working to defeat a demon lord.
Oh,
But after defeating the demon lord, the older brother, To Kill, discovers that the king's spirit has possessed his younger brother, Remok. In the ending of the original story, the older brother kills his younger brother to defeat the demon lord, before jumping into a volcano.
a la mierda. Mano, ¿qué tal? Qué historia tan trágica. A ver, sé que no lo he mostrado ahorita en el video, pero literal me he leído todo, men. Literal me he leído toda la historia. Wow, men.
I remember there
Le
was
leen
one
esto a los
line that was
niños en
super
Taibat, no puedo
popular at the
creerlo.
time. If I still remember right, after being possessed by the goddess Coatlicue, Remok said,
Cuatlicue, ok.
I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
¿Qué dice la otra versión del Esther? Seguro la otra versión
The
es
other
más
version was released only
más
recently.
family friendly.
The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a stake in the fairy tale market. So, in the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived.
Sí, eso, más
According to
claro,
the
un final
author,
más family
this gave
friendly,
the story a
definitivamente.
happy ever after kind of ending.
Ujú.
However, the revised version was not well received. After a month on the market, it had hardly sold any copies and the books were collecting dust on the store shelves. The store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book and have resorted to all sorts of promotions and discounts to sell it. Even now, the only edition of To Kill the Brave you can find in the market is the newer one, whereas the older edition is nearly impossible to find. Anyway, I couldn't bring
A ver,
myself to give
hoyoverse,
such a poorly rated
viendo
book
su...
to Nichka, so
dándole una pequeña
I spent a
inspección
few
rápida
days
ahí a su
looking
taller.
and managed to find a
Podrían
few
haberlo
copies of the
hecho
old
parecer
edition in
más
the warehouse.
una armería o sea, para un forjador.
I picked
Pero
out a
esto más
copy that
parece
looked
o
relatively new
sea, parece un
and
taller
wrapped
de
it
alguien
up
que
as a
hace
present
joyería
for
más bien,
Nichka.
más que alguien que forja armas.
If you're interested, I can
Aunque
give
bueno,
you this
xilonen
extra
forja
copy to
todo
read.
tipo de cosas
The
también,
pages
¿no?
are pretty
Pero
old, though,
no
so
sé, esperaba
please be
ver
gentle
más
with
cosas
it.
ahí. Sí, o sea, si forma todo tipo de cosas, en tu taller también debería haber todo tipo de cosas.
Oh,
Pero a
and,
simple vista,
here's a
este
copy
taller
of the new
parece de
edition,
alguien que
too.
hace
They
joyería.
gave me a free copy when I went to buy some chocolatl.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the
Pero
book.
bueno, no voy a juzgar.
Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious
Y honestamente
now.
hubiese preferido que su taller no estuviera así a la vista, sino que, digamos, entremos a través de una puerta y tal, ¿no? Les hubiera dado más libertad
Let's get
creativa a
going.
Hoyoverse, pero bueno,
Celeste
parece
only
que
lives
olvidaron
pretty
ese
far from
detalle.
the tribe, so it'll take us some time to get there.
Bueno, ¿quién es? Pero, como diría mi tío Michael Jackson, ¿pero quiénes somos para juzgar? Ok, seguimos.
Go on now, Yengu. Nichka is still resting.
Ahí está. Ey, ella también tiene orejitas, ¿verdad? Me había colgado. Ella también tiene orejitas.
Slowly, we're here.
Cuando la vi por primera vez también dije, ella no es familiar de xilonen. Ah, se va a jugar
Oh,
con el saurio.
What a surprise. And even xilonen is here too.
Hemos venido a visitar a Neshka.
It's been a while since I've seen you, Auntie. I received Nichka's letter. She wanted a copy of To Kill the Brave, right? Well, I've brought the book for her. There are several editions of the book in Natlan, and I wasn't sure which version she'd prefer. I asked a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the most popular options, so I brought it for Nechka.
Wow.
You haven't changed a bit, xilonen. Let's go inside. I was just boiling some chocoatl.
Chocoatl, ¿no será chocolate?
Xilonen used to love drinking chocoatl. When she was
Chocoat,
little,
¿no es chocolate? Chocolate en maya o en azteco, no sé cómo es, qué idioma. Ya vienen los mexicanos a funarme ya. También me imagino cómo habrá quedado la cara de los brasileños cuando ese tremendo post en Reddit quedó reventado. Demostró que xilonen tiene más inspiración mexicana más inspiración azteca que Brasil. Tranqui, súbete en mi espalda, yo te llevo. ¿Cómo? Mucha gente ya. Paimon, basta con una sola persona, la puedo cargar en mi espalda, no es necesario más gente.
Alright, let's get indoors. Watch your step, Auntie.
Ah, es su tía, ok, ya me di cuenta. O más bien ya me estoy acordando de detalles que me había olvidado. Es que ha pasado tanto tiempo de que hice los 2 primeros actos. Me gustaría que dejaran volver a jugarlos.
Sorry. Nechka's illness has been flaring up recently, so I was up for a few nights. I suddenly started to feel dizzy in the sun. I hope I didn't scare you.
Bueno, el calor es intenso también, eso te puede desmayar. Qué buena
Have a
toma.
seat. I'll fetch you a few cups of chocoatl. Please wait a moment.
Debo decir que el camarógrafo en todas estas misiones de Natlan está haciendo un excelente trabajo el camarógrafo. Chocolate. Ay, qué hija de... Paimon, te odio.
Oh, don't worry. Auntie always adds a lot of sugar. It won't be bitter.
A ver. Sip, sip, sip. Esto es chocolate.
The last time you came to visit, you were still
chocolate,
just a kid,
ya estamos.
but now you're a pillar of the children of Echoes. No, of all Natlan even.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to the drinks I had here and the books I happen to read.
Me imagino a su tía dándole su tacita de chocolate y le dice, tómate esto para que crezca fuerte y sana. Y ahí ya está xilonen fuerte y sana.
You two are from the same tribe, but Paimon had no idea you were so close.
When I was little, my parents were always talking about how skilled Auntie was at forging ancient names and how she was a good role
tía de
model for the
sangre,
rest
o sea,
of us.
no es que sea una tía, no es que sea solamente que le diga tía, o sea,
The moment I became
literalmente
idle
es su
at
tía.
home, they would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn.
Then I would have your parents go back, boil you a pot of chocoatl, and let you play in the house.
Yeah, and then I would drink and listen to you banging away with your tools in the workshop. But eventually, she moved out of the tribe to find some more space, and I didn't have the chance to visit again after that.
No.
But why did you seem so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen for the drinks just now?
Because the layout of this place is identical to her old house.
Ah.
Let me see. Yeah, that should be Nechka's bedroom then.
That's right. I remember you used to hunker down in the room to read and draw. But you're all grown up now. Even if you wanted to live here, I'm afraid you've already outgrown Nechka's bed.
Es como si xilonen fuera la hermana mayor de Nechka.
That's how Nechka sees xilonen too. Whenever she's feeling
Bueno,
better,
técnicamente es su prima,
her pen pal sister will be coming to visit.
¿no?
Well, yeah, I'm here now, and even brought a gift as an apology. I'll leave the book here.
You said Nechka asked you for the book? I hope it wasn't too much trouble to get. Really, I'm surprised that she even asked you for a present. When she's at home, she'd even ask me for permission to eat some snacks.
¿Será porque la quiere bastante a su prima?
Maybe I've been too strict
Al
with
punto
her.
que la ve como una hermana mayor.
She's obviously starting to like her big sister
Y
more
confía
than
en
her own
ella.
mother.
Eso de que prefiere a una hermana mayor que a una madre como
Oh,
a algo.
really?
No.
Well, I'd say I really haven't done enough to deserve the title of Big Sister. Yeah, I wasn't able to help her when she was sick, and I didn't even come and visit her that many times. Well, the only thing I have been able to do is to help her find some books.
Don't be too hard on yourself, xilonen. You have great responsibilities as the name engraver of the tribe. We both know you are far too busy to take care of her. The responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up on my work.
You just had more
Sí,
important
pero...
things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blames you. We all know that Nichka needs her mother's care.
A ver,
But that doesn't change
a
the
ver,
fact that I gave
a
up
ver,
on
la
my
Soli.
work.
Si no te hubieras retirado, xilonen no sería
I
quien es
still have
ahora.
not found the courage
¿No
to
crees?
pick up my hammer again. I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder
En
all
cierta
the
parte, gracias a ti es
responsibilities
que
alone,
xilonen
Xilonen.
es lo que es ahora. Así que deberías sentirte orgullosa. Salol, la Soli.
Ooh,
La
why so
Soli.
somber all of a sudden? Don't be so sad, everyone. Hasn't Nichka gotten better lately?
Oh, relax, Auntie. I can handle the work. But once Nichka is back on her feet, you should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then, and I'll be sitting at the side drinking chocolate and cheering you on.
If that day really comes, you can have as much chocolatl as you like.
¿Y cómo enfermó, verdad? Es lo que quiero saber. Porque no
If you
se
asked me
mencionó.
before, I wouldn't have even been able to talk about it. But now that she is gradually recovering, I've also gained some courage to face what happened back then. Nichka's illness actually originates from the abyss.
Ya, claro.
That
Todo
night,
eso lo comprendo. Todo lo malo aquí en Natlan es por culpa del abismo, y es cierto.
Before we could finish our discussion, the alarm started to ring outside. A horde of monsters from the abyss suddenly attacked the tribe, so everyone banded together to fight them off. I joined the fray as well, and it wasn't until the monsters
¿Verdad? Ya no
were
tiene
repelled
cola.
that I
O
got
la
back
tienen,
home with some
seguro la
guards
tiene
from
bajo la
the
falda.
tribe. But Nichka was gone. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her. Maybe for 2 or 3 days. In the end, we found Nichka at the bottom of a short cliff. She was holding a dried up embercore flower in her hand,
Una
and there were
mecha
traces of
ceniza.
abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know. It was all my fault. Before the incident, Nichka had asked if I could forge an
Ay,
ancient
no
name for
llores a
her.
la Soli.
Work was busy at the time, so I told her that if she could find an embercore flower, I would use it as material to forge her an ancient name. Oh, Nichka, my daughter, my Nichka. I was holding her in my arms, but no matter how many times I called her name, she wouldn't open her eyes and look at me. I was the one who decided to move my workshop to the outskirts of our tribe for work, and I was the one who left her home alone.
No.
Oh, my daughter, my Nichka. Why do you have to suffer like this?
Whoa, hey! It's okay, right? Nichka's getting better. She already has the strength to write letters now, doesn't she?
Todo mejorará pronto.
Well, xilonen has even brought her a gift.
Sorry. I just can't control myself whenever I remember that time. Phew. Alright. It's not every day that we get guests. I really shouldn't be crying like this. I asked someone to buy some ingredients for me. So, why don't you stay for dinner tonight? I'll make some shrimp bisque, grilled fish and mint sauce, and tower tacos.
Oh.
That sounds like a lot to make, and we don't want you to tire yourself out.
Ahora podré demostrar mis dotes culinarias.
Thank you both, but don't worry. It's just a few dishes. I'll be fine. You three just need to make sure everything gets eaten up. I can't eat a lot at this age.
Oh, we haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry. We'll make sure there are no leftovers.
Los platos quedarán limpios.
Ah, it just occurred to me that xilonen likes to eat cheesy crab hot
¡Uy,
pot.
qué rico
Why
suena
don't I
eso!
make that instead of the grilled fish and mint
Centolla,
sauce?
por favor, que sea
I remember
centolla
you
con
don't
queso.
like picking out fish bones.
Both are fine with me. I've learned to just chew up the fish bones now.
Oh, ok.
Oh, come on now.
Clásica gata, ok.
If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like a cup of grain fruit or chocolate?
Chocolate.
How about grain fruit?
Chocolate.
How
Exacto.
about a cup of green fruit mixed with chocolate?
Ok.
Okay, got it. I'll go
Las dos
start
juntas.
cooking, but
Me gusta cómo
could you do me
piensa
a favor in the
xilonen.
meantime? I ordered a bunch of ingredients, and they should be here any minute now. Would you go check by the door and see if they were already here?
Genial, en
If
Natlan
so,
tienen
please
Rappi.
bring them in.
Me encanta.
Come on, xilonen. Stop lying around. You shouldn't nap before dinner. It'll
Ya se
ruin
está
your
durmiendo
appetite.
ya. Me identifico mucho con ella.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, you know. You don't have to worry about my appetite.
That's beside the point. If you don't watch out for your health while you're still young, then when you get older, you'll...
All right. I'm getting up.
We'll go check on the ingredients with xilonen. It isn't far, so it shouldn't take us long.
That kid.
No one's come to deliver the ingredients yet. Paimon thought we'd see someone come flying down on a Yunkasaur.
Bueno, tampoco es que va a llegar tan rápido, ¿no?
A messenger from the Scions of the Canopy wouldn't be flying here. They usually come climbing down the cliffs nearby. No need to look. There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
A lo mejor el mensajero se ha perdido. Ah, ahí está.
A ghost.
¿Qué fue?
Hey, you there. Sorry, but
Y-
does
Chamo, tu
Soul live
pedido.
around here?
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
Y yo no veo nada. Se lo comió.
Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eaten myself.
Ah, chucha.
Never mind that now. Those monsters are still hot on my heels.
Y era necesario lanzar la comida
You've gotta help me.
para salvarte. Ay, xilonen ya fue.
Xilonen, we...
Uy.
Whoa, she's already gone up to fight the monsters? Let's go help her out.
Esto no es nada para mí, dice. Ah, es la xilonen de prueba, no es mi xilonen. Pero bueno, está bien, mi xilonen. Muy bien. ¡Pum! Pero este también creo que tiene resistencia a geo. ¡Pum! ¡Ah! Fantástico, Navia, justo cuando necesito que hagas crítico.
Quietly now.
Bring it.
This one's got your name on it.
All right. That should be it for the monsters. Yeah, was easier than I thought. Oh, it also seems we're in good luck. The good...
Strange.
No, pero
We didn't see any
tantas cosas
monsters
llevaba,
on the way
wow.
here.
Debes tener muy mala suerte.
Yeah, right. I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters. This area is usually very safe. I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Tepetlosaurs are in a frenzy. Tlisoli doesn't even forge ancient names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she comes back, Nachko will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even,
No tiene amigos. Oh, no.
Nachka's playmates. No, wait, I feel like my kids have played with her before. They've even told me about Nachka's favorite game.
Ah,
remember
ya
right, it
entiendo
was
qué está pasando. Como que nadie le
strange.
recuerda.
I always
Están perdiendo la
remembered it
memoria. La gente
before.
está perdiendo la memoria.
Look at that. He has a blaze gem inscription too.
Esta cosa. Entonces no es un
You should go
problema de
back to the
suerte.
tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back for you. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
No hay problema.
If you say so. Thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside.
That's so weird. Why is everyone we run into today having trouble remembering stuff?
Y además todos llevaban el grabado
I'm not
cristalógeno.
sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this. Like,
Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing strange days like this. Let's bring the ingredients back. Otherwise, we won't have anything to eat tonight.
Exacto.
Ah, you're finally back. What took you so long? Oh,
Oh yeah, we ran into some small problems, but everything's fine now.
all right. As long as everything's okay now. You'll have a seat. I'll get the food ready.
A ver, quiero ver qué cocina. La Soli se pone manos a la obra enseguida. Un rato de ajetreo pone la comida en la mesa.
there's so
Oh,
much
qué
tasty
rico.
food. You're amazing, Tlisoli.
They were all pretty simple dishes to make. Don't be shy. Dig in, everyone.
Nada de volar sobre la mesa, Paimon.
I can't reach that dish. Could you give Paimon some? Come on.
Ooh yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
¿Ya comió?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
Of course. didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have just one more fish and leave the rest for Nechka.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nechka can't eat these dishes anyway. Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things. I'll just make some broth for her.
Oh, man.
Oh no. But Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness.
Claro, con las personas que tienen así
Injuries caused
sistema
by the abyss cannot
digestivo
be
lento
undone.
no pueden
The
comer
doctor said
así
the
cosas
fact
así,
that
tienen que
she's
comer ya
stable
cosas
is
ya
already quite a miracle.
listas, o sea, para que digiera rápido nada
But
más.
it's okay. Nechka can talk to me now and can even hold my hand.
Es una de las razones
That's
por la
more
cual
than I can
comemos
ask
sopa
for.
cuando nos sentimos mal.
Even if she will never again know that I am her mother.
Es una de las razones por la cual las sopas son alimentos muy dietéticos.
What do you mean?
The doctor said the abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nechka's soul.
No.
She's lost all her memories from before she was injured. The doctor also said this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Huh? But how does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the Masters of the Night Wind use to record things, right? Well,
Yeah.
generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life. But the case of Nechka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes. The books she loved to read, the flowers she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss, and can never be retrieved again.
No.
As one example of that, Nechka now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother.
Awesome.
She's a good kid, and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me Mom. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Why is she stuck here in this house? Was she abandoned? Nechka really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her, and has never left.
So you plan on recreating Nechka's woven scroll all by yourself?
Claro, para recuperar sus recuerdos.
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago?
Oh. ¿De
The
quién es?
delivery guys. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him.
Sí, lo tomó prestado, entre comillas, sí, claro.
Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap, after all.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when Blaze Gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing Blaze Gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you?
Todas esas pérdidas de memoria.
Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, this inscription contains a phlogiston engraving with a truly overkill level of complexity. The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this Blaze Gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name. And yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings in the Blaze Gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, xilonen.
Está en problemas.
That's right. I have a way to cure Nechka and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nechka that contains all of her past memories.
Pero deben ser reconocidos por los
And
Wayo.
the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines. Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Wyab's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your Blaze Gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. You will use the inscriptions to form a massive memory bank for Nechka. And the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
A memory bank? Wait,
What?
so
Me
the
acaban de
reason people
destrozar
are
el cerebro
having
con
trouble
esto.
remembering stuff is because the Blaze Gem inscriptions took
O sea, les va a
away
robar
any
los
memories
recuerdos
related
a
to
otras
Nichka?
personas para dárselos a Nechka. Puede que pero otros sí guardan recuerdos del pasado de Nechka.
Using other people's memories of Nechka to reconstruct her past? This is the first time I've heard of such an idea.
You've seen through my plans, xilonen. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nechka and allow her to regain her past again.
But wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the Blaze Gem inscription?
Not at all. Every time a Blaze Gem inscription extracts memories, the process is
Sí,
under
pero la
my
gente está
precise
perdiendo la
control.
memoria, pues.
This is the central inscription that controls all the other Blaze Gem inscriptions, which will also soon serve as Nechka's ancient name.
You made all of this yourself, Tlasoli?
Aunque no sea un nombre. Es increíble que lo haya hecho
Yes.
toda una sola persona.
It was lots and lots of work. It was truly exhausting. Or perhaps I've just grown old. You saw it yourself. I nearly fainted just from being in the sun. I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments. But Nechka's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nechka up to this central inscription.
I thought you'd just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything
Ella
to do
también
with
tiene
my
un
ancient
nombre
name.
antiguo, ok.
It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Exacto.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nechka back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, Nechka won't have any chance of reclaiming her past once I'm dead and gone. She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nechka. When that time comes, she will be left to drift around the world all alone, unknowing of where she came from or where she should go. She is my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nechka name. Whether it be as her mother or as a name engraver, I can't simply stand by and let her name disappear.
Wow.
Xilonen?
Shh, deja que piense.
I'll take the central inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses, and I won't make any promises until I've checked everything. Say goodnight to Nechka for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait. I've also finished the inscriptions for the Traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you.
Pero ya no tengo confianza de si debería usar tu aparato o no,
I'm
porque...
sorry it took me so long
Y
to
si me hace
finish
perder
them.
la memoria también, ya no me da confianza.
Hold on, Auntie. The Traveler and Paimon have never met Nechka before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please, take them.
No, Nechka.
What was that noise?
Nechka must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, I'll go check on her first. Nechka, don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you need anything.
You go ahead and take care of Nechka, Auntie. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon. There are a few things I want to tell you.
Ok.
Let's head back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from...
Oh, la interrumpí sin querer.
Disassembling the central inscription? It's not going to be easy.
Ok.
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy, so...
Pero, o sea,
unfortunately, I
nos
won't be
gusta el
able to show
desorden,
you
o sea,
around.
queremos verlo. Me gusta ver el desorden.
Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem.
Porque esté hecho un
It's
caos.
just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling.
Ok.
You probably won't know
He
where
estado
to
en
step
lugares
once you're
peores, ¿eh? He
inside.
estado en lugares peores.
Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside.
Oh,
Well,
quedó
I suppose
aplastada.
it was my fault for being so focused on searching for information at the time that I forgot to lock the door. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
Oh no!
Oh, rayos. ¿Se encuentra bien?
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me.
Esa cara. ¿Tantos libros hay dentro?
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place. But it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside from the necessary craftsmanship, I also need to consult many ancient texts. You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within the name. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories and information as cross-references. This way, I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature.
Es como hacer una tesis prácticamente.
Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit. And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful.
Ojalá fueran más poderosos todavía.
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to smash through an entire cliff in one punch. It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you.
¿Ah, sí?
And that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift.
Pero estás hablando como si fuesen los deseos de los banners del gacha.
But it will always stay with you and move with you in the future.
O sea que alguien me invocó, alguien sacó un 5 estrellas y entré yo.
Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put it another way, it's like having a lamp in your hand as you walk through the darkness of night.
Ok, lo entiendo, más o menos.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly.
Claro, sí.
But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone.
Ajá.
The traveler always has Paimon by her side, though, so she'll never have to worry about that.
¿Estás segura, Paimon?
Oh, Paimon sure many wish they could be in your shoes, traveler.
Pero si eres tú la que siempre se cansa primero cuando caminamos.
Paimon's always flying, of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic. We'll talk about that later.
Espero que no te quedes dormida sobre mi espalda.
Anyway, this is what Clisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
Ok.
Doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing.
Ok, ¿y cuál es ese consenso?
I'm sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Ok, te esperamos. Tranquila. Xilonen abre la puerta, en el interior se escucha un estruendo inquietante seguido de unos terribles chirridos. Todos los libros cayéndose. Al final Xilonen sale a toda prisa con una caja entre los brazos, se da la vuelta y cierra la puerta de una patada, dejando atrás el polvo que se había levantado y el ruido de los libros cayendo en cascada.
I
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. I had to resort to brute force. Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long.
Ok.
Here we are. This is the place.
Wow, qué buena
This
vista.
cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we gonna climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
Xilonen sabrá qué hacer.
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it.
Falta que no prenda ahora.
Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name
Pero
with
esto es solo una
phlogiston,
caja, o sea, no
we
sé.
always use this to draw out the engraving diagram on a cliff or open ground. Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings can we start formally working on the small internal engravings of the ancient name. If we want to
Okay.
dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing. I really...
So
perdón.
you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without ruining Tlasoli's inscription?
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything.
Ok.
But since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nichka.
So, xilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names? Or the other 80% you don't understand?
Hay un 80% de posibilidad de que sea el 20.
Don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable.
Oh.
Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities.
Este... Ok, otra imagen perfecta para un meme.
Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a
eres
crucial
quisquillosa,
part of
eso
how
es lo
we
que pasa.
standardize our workflow. Without names, the work would be impossible.
Pero es comprensible, si vas a trabajar con estas cosas
Yes,
necesitas los
because
mejores
forging ancient
materiales, es
names
cierto.
is first and foremost a technical job.
Es
There's
con
no
justa
debating
razón se
that.
es quisquilloso en este negocio.
As for the question of why it's
Es como el
important,
joyero.
as long as it
El
does
oro
not
que
affect
usan
your
es
ability to
recontra
perform your
puro.
work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into practice.
Bueno, es un enfoque muy eficiente
After
en cierta
all,
parte.
creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process. Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Natlan's history.
Ya, bueno,
Giving
sí,
someone
tiene
a
sentido.
name is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation. If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway.
Claro.
So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nicknames possible. Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Paimon, esa es tu especialidad.
I'm trying to come up with a nickname for xilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
Ahora, qué le vas a poner?
Now I'm curious. Why don't you, come up with one for me?
Are you serious?
A ver.
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
A nickname? Xilonen.
Ah, ya no es tan fácil pensar cuando te lo...
weapons and nicknames for others.
Tienes que elegir uno bueno, Paimon.
Um,
Forja fuegos.
Smith?
Smith.
Yeah, not bad, and quite fitting too. I'll remember, but you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an
Paimuncita.
even better nickname. Right, okay. Time to make like a smith and start smithing. Watch closely.
It's smithing time. Ah, ok. Conecta las cuñas de flojisto. ¿Esto es lo que haces diariamente, xilonen? Ok.
Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. Stop. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here. When the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other.
Me gusta cómo baja.
There. That should complete the flow.
Es como las constelaciones, ¿eso es lo que me estás diciendo? ¡Qué buen ¡Qué! ¡Oh!
We're running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground.
Denle todo un barril de cerveza a ese camarógrafo. Se lo merece.
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe. It's just the phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes. But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again.
No diré más.
I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring with me next time. More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment on hand. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with
A ver,
anchor
parece
1
una
and
especie
activate it with
de
density 3
flecha, pero
phlogiston.
una punta de una flecha. Densidad 3. Hasta el flojisto tiene diferentes cantidades de densidad, interesante. Y... ¡pum! Parece una parece el Ouroboros. ¡Oh!
Diagram just appeared.
Así es como hacen los grafitis, entonces.
Inscription is even floating.
Por eso es que están por todos lados. O sea, entonces entiendo que la gente que tiene nombres antiguos no es mucha gente, porque no hay muchas pintadas en las piedras de
So are you
Natlan.
done checking the inscription, xilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
¿Y eso quiere decir que?
That means we can help Tlasoli and Nichka now, right?
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm also just going to go ahead and share both, so it's not like you'll have a choice in the matter.
Ok.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue to exist. But, before we get to that, I want to ask the traveler a question.
A ver, pregúntame.
What are your thoughts on absorbing memories?
Hay algo que no cuadra, exacto.
I knew you felt the same way, and that'll save me some initial explanation. I've never been very good at that anyway. It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more than absorb memories related to a single person. By herself, Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she has accomplices, it is completely possible for her to use this inscription to accomplish far bigger things.
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime.
Pero es que técnicamente
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this blaze gem
haciendo algo
inscription would
así.
be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices or signs that she intends to put it to such uses.
Mira, he visto muchas historias en las que
From a
parece que la
purely
persona
objective
está
standpoint,
muy
we can
anciana
consider that
para hacer
possibility
esto.
as
No,
yet
es
to
muy
be
enfermo
confirmed
para
for
poder
now.
planear todo esto. No, no creo. Y al final resulta que sí.
The
Era
bad
la
news is,
there's still la mente maestra de
with this
todo.
blaze gem inscription
Es
that
normal,
cannot be
nunca
ignored.
subestimemos a los calladitos.
I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the help of the Wyab, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines. In this process, the Wyab actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines. If you remove the Wyab from the process and don't use any tools, then finding a specific story is akin to trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river.
Antes incluso de poder sacar el grano de arena. Esa persona se ahogaría.
Exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long.
Básicamente le genera esquizofrenia a la
Let's
gente.
consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nichka as the only ancient name bearer of this ley line. There's no way Auntie would let Nichka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be overwhelmed by the surge of memories. And considering that Nichka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately find the correct past. Only Aunt Tlisoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into Nichka's Wyab to help her extract the corresponding memories in the different situations she may face. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine, as long as every extracted memory is correct. Nichka would essentially be getting her past back. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nichka. But Auntie is not a Wyab. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
Y ese es el problema que no podemos ignorar.
How can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Tlasoli will...
Está preparada,
Names are
lamentablemente.
blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see Auntie.
Ok, vamos. Vamos corriendo.
Xilonen. It looks like you've made your decision. Am I...
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control over all the inscriptions and the ability to oversee their uses. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nichka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal act and halt all work related to the central inscription. After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately. Only functionalities for outputting memories will be kept.
I
Perfecto.
accept. Thank you, Xilonen. I really...
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this. If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around the bush like you did.
Using
Exacto,
technology
hay
for
gente que no
ancient
puede,
names to forge
lamentablemente
other
no
things
se
without permission
aguanta el
is
hecho de que,
no
sabe,
trivial matter.
que puede hablar las cosas, pero se lo quedan callado, carajo.
Yes, it's a major
Conocí un
departure
montón
from the
así.
technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help, compared to a name that's about to be lost. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nichka.
All right, let's
O sea,
clear
es
off the table
admirable
and
la
come up with a
intención, pero el
plan.
problema es que estás poniendo la vida de otros también en peligro. O bueno, no la vida, sino la salud de otras personas bueno, también por ende la vida, pues, ¿no? O sea, directamente, o sea, el riesgo también involucra la vida.
Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nichka?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked out a box and packaged it up. Wait till her birthday and then bring it to her. It'll be a nice surprise.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
Ay, se cayó. Se cayó. No, 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 se cayó. Recójanla. Recójanla, que están perdiendo tiempo.
Nichka up again? But what was all that
Es lo que
noise?
estoy diciendo, ¿se habrá caído?
That's not good. Let's go have a look.
¿Por qué demoran tanto?
Nichka, don't hurt yourself.
Xilonen,
Ah, no, está
is
despierta.
that you?
¿Se acordó de Xilonen?
You're Nichka?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
Hello, Nichka.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times. You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that Xilonen brought?
What?
No, she's all mixed up. The one she read isn't from Xilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book.
Pero,
I know
pero...
nothing about these kinds of books, so I had no choice but to go to the tribe and look for a copy. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got back. Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever. I was so busy taking care of her that I forgot about the book and even forgot that she had asked you for a gift.
Le regaló el mismo libro que ya tenía.
Auntie, do you know which version of the book you bought?
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the story. Apparently that's the only one you can find on the market now. Oh, it's all my fault. You wasted your money and now it won't even be a surprise.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nechka enjoys it, that's what matters.
Oh,
Exacto.
right. Nechka probably doesn't know us. You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Mom told me about you. Oh!
Ah, bueno.
Seems like everyone knows who we are now.
Hola, Nechka.
Yeah, Nechka seems to be doing pretty well today. Since she's been stuck indoors for the last few days, why don't we take her out for a walk?
No tiene fiebre.
Take her for a walk. But considering her condition, I don't think she...
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately. Besides, it's her birthday in a few days, and we need to go to the tribe to buy some things. What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before that I need more fresh air?
Claro.
All right.
El aire fresco
As
ayuda
you
mucho.
wish. I also happen to have a
Pero
few
ellos no
pet
tienen
blazer
cola, a
inscriptions
diferencia
that I
de...
need to get back to the tribe.
¿Habrá sido un
We can
error?
go together.
O... Porque con la Soli
Wait
está...
for a moment.
Puedo comprenderlo
I'll go
porque
get
puede que
Nechka's
su cola
water
esté
bottle and
debajo
some
de su falda.
towels.
Pero con...
Some medicine. Oh, and a parasol.
Con Nechka no creo. No sé si se les ha olvidado. O su cola es pequeñita por lo que es una niña, no lo sé. Pero no tendría sentido.
Talk about being prepared.
Para mí que se le olvidó a ese desarrollador de hoyoverse, se le olvidó colocar la cola
Okay,
en el modelo del
let's go.
personaje.
Please be good now, Nechka. Don't cause any trouble for xilonen and the other.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nechka. Feel free to tell us anything. And even I was quite a handful for Auntie when I was little.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Everything will be fine.
Cuando seas mayor no tendrás la oportunidad de ser traviesa.
Thanks, everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good.
No,
Let's go look for Igna. I've had her blaze gem inscription for a while now.
no, los dramas
and I'll
familiares son
finally
mi
return it to her
debilidad.
today.
Tosoli,
Ignal.
what brings you to the tribe today? Oh, and Nechka too. Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about. I'm sure.
I hope
Oh,
so.
pardon.
Here, Ignal. This is your inscription. I've finished repairing it.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. Oh, by the way, I came across a piece of good quality ore a while ago. I was thinking of using it to make some pretty jewelry for little Nechka. I remember that Nechka would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring. Right, Nechka?
I'm sure she'd love that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll bring the ore.
Ok, lo vas a sacar de aquí, de este agujero que has hecho. Ah, no. Pensé que le iba a
I
sacar
can
de ahí.
make the jewelry for her. What kind would you like, Nechka?
I would like...
¿Qué te gustaría?
Something
Vamos,
shaped
no seas
like an
tímida.
embercore flower would be nice. She was always asking me before to make her an ancient name with an embercore flower design.
Mm-hmm, noted. I'll make that as a gift for her next birthday. Sorry, Nechka. It won't be a surprise for you.
No,
That's
tranquila.
okay. Thank you, xilonen.
Found it. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here, please take it. By the way, Nechka, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about ores. Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me out of the blue asking for a volcanic crystal.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she's started to recover. She's still
Claro.
too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters to people in the tribe about all sorts of things.
That's how you know she's one of the children of echoes. It's not.
Perdón, todos los vástagos del eco son,
Just like the main character in the new version of To Kill the Brave. when he
son
was about
gente
to
que está
save his
interesada en la
brother
minería y
Mina.
cosas así.
According to the story, we should be right around. Let Paimon see. To kill prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The
No.
goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your brother is no longer your kin. His name has sunken into the deepest of depths.
La estás asustando, creo,
To
Paimon.
Kill said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry.
Oh, you remembered that whole line, Nichka? Paimon remembers that's exactly what the book... huh?
¿Se te olvidó? Pero si acabas de leerlo.
What did the book say? Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is nearly the same, so it's easy to get mixed up.
Exacto.
But the ending in the older version is more interesting. Even if it's hard for kids to, well, completely understand. Oh, wait. Nichka hasn't read the other ending. It's okay. Just wait a bit and Paimon will read it out for you.
Ok.
That's not true.
You already know the other ending? But didn't you only read the edition your mom got for you?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Oh no, esa cara. Yo jugando juegos a las 3 de la mañana, mi mamá sorprendiéndome.
Mom, Miss Traveler and I were just talking about the ending of that book. We were just talking about how the bad guy was defeated and everyone returned home safely.
¿Es
It's a
ese,
really happy ending.
es el final del que
Aren't
hablaba?
happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, then what will Mom have to read to you at bedtime? Guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight. But I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Oh.
Okay, Mom.
¿Qué tal es el mineral?
It's pretty good quality. I'll be able to give Nichka a beautiful and durable piece of jewelry for her next birthday. But, you know, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday. Where are we headed to next, Auntie?
Next, let's visit Apaish-Palan. He should be
Apoxpalón.
close by.
Apoxpalón.
Stay close, Nichka. Don't go too far.
Yes, Mom.
Sí, mamá. Ok, mamá.
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today?
That means you're about to hit the
Oh no,
jackpot,
se quedó activado el
Apaish-Palan.
efecto. Bueno, el efecto de xilonen.
I didn't expect to have two name engravers coming in today. Welcome. What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli? I'll give you a discount like usual.
Whoa, offering a discount just like that? Plasoli sure has connections.
She was once our name engraver and did a lot for the tribe. It's only fair that I offer her a discount.
Thank you for your generosity. I've finished repairing your Blasium inscription. Here, have a look. Come on, Nichka. Say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Oh, so this is Nachka. Tlazoli has shown me some pictures before. It looks like you're doing much better now. How about this? Go ahead and pick anything you'd like from the store. Think of it as a
¿En
gift from
serio?
me.
Wow.
No, that's all right. Mom told me that you've already given a lot to our family.
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you. If you don't feel like it, you can also let your mom choose for you.
¿En serio?
No need to stand on ceremony, Auntie. Go ahead and pick something for Nichka. His drills and small clamps are good quality. The measurements of each part are exact, and they're always very durable.
¿En serio?
I always come here to buy things
Wow,
if I find
wow.
myself
Sigue
in a
activo el
pinch.
efecto de la habilidad xilonen, no.
Oh, do you have any
Rayos.
child-friendly safety scissors? I remember seeing a few different styles.
I have a few in stock, but I put them in the back. Let me bring some out for you to pick.
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go in the back and choose there? It should only take a moment.
I don't know much about that kind of scissors. Why don't you just go yourself and...
¿Y qué?
There are too many different designs and varieties of kid scissors. If you don't come and help me choose, I won't be able to pick one that Nachka would like. Come on, Auntie. It'll only take a moment.
And there goes xilonen dragging Tlasoli off to buy more stuff. Ooh, what a busy day.
No te alejes demasiado,
I won't
Nachka.
run off. Paimon, who's your favorite character in To Kill the Brave?
Paimon's favorite? To kill, of course. He went through a lot to rescue his family. In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could.
Es un personaje muy
What
valiente.
about you, Nichka? Which character do you like?
I like Rimac.
Rimac, como el río Rimac, aquí en Perú.
Oh, the one who was possessed by Coatlicue.
Está todo mezclado, todas las culturas las han mezclado aquí en Natlan, pero me gusta.
He was also an
Me gusta, me
amazing
gusta.
character.
Es el crossover definitivo de culturas
If it
LATAM.
wasn't for his determination, both he and his brother would have been defeated by Coatlicue in the final battle.
Te has metido mucho en la historia, ¿eh?
Of course, a story's only interesting if you can really get immersed in it. Hey, Nachka, why don't we play pretend? You can be Rimac, and Paimon will be Tequila, okay?
¿Cómo te gusta recitar frases épicas? Ay, Paimon.
Miss Traveler, can I play the role of Coatlicue?
But isn't she the villain? In the old version, she even ate Rimac and took on his appearance.
Bueno, tú mismo lo has dicho en la versión antigua.
Ah, right. She read the version with a happy ending. And that one, Coatlicue was defeated and the brothers both survived. Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different. You can go on ahead and say your favorite lines, Nachka.
My favorite line is the one from the end. It's...
Come here, Nachka. Look at you. You're sweating.
Oh, rayos.
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water. This child. You forget everything as soon as you start playing.
We've picked something up for Nachka. A Paishpalan will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up. How was Nachka?
Oh, we were just about to get to the exciting part.
Xilonen, ¿nos has dejado solas a propósito?
Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, xilonen has dragged Tlasoli away from us a couple of times now. But why?
Parece que tiene algo que decir.
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for now.
Ok, confiamos en
We
ti.
should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today, and we shouldn't let Nachka be in the heat for too long.
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home.
Ok. Recién se acaba el floyisto. Ok.
I finished repairing your blaze gem inscription, Chevin. I've also reinforced it so it shouldn't fall apart so easily now.
Thank you. How about the volcanic crystal? Was it usable?
Eso es chévere.
Yes.
Me había olvidado que ella
Thanks for
tenía
that.
ese lente
You're welcome.
que se parece al
Just wanna see
al
Nathan
men
get
coreano que participó en las Olimpiadas en tiro.
Thank you,
Y el...
Miss Chevin.
O sea, lo que me da risa es que ganó el primer lugar, sí, pero el que ganó el segundo
fine.
lugar
Honestly,
era un
you're both
turco
too
que no
polite for
tenía
your own
ninguna
good.
de esas cosas, man. Qué gracioso fue eso.
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale blaze gem inscription. So you must be one of Auntie's accomplices, then.
Uy, esa es una acusación muy seria, Xilonen, ¿no?
Oh, xilonen.
We already know what's going on.
Todos nos esforzamos para ayudar a Nachka.
You had me worried there. I thought we'd been found out. We'd be in real trouble.
Sería
if Nicole
gracioso
ever
que
got wind
Big
of it.
Smoke, o sea, alias Pacalde, estuviera atrás de nosotros.
To be honest, I won't be able to cover it up for much longer. I've been traveling away from home every few days, and the ore reserves have noticeably decreased. The last time Pakal came and asked me about it, I could only say that I'd been using up a lot of ore to research new styles of jewelry. As for why I had been leaving so often, I said that I had found a new ore vein and wanted to extract some new gems from it. Sorry. I've been talking my head off. Please, come in and have a seat.
Sure,
Okay.
we can sit for a moment, but
Miss Chevin, can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead.
¿Y Mix?
Remember to stay in the shade as much as you can.
Ah, la otra chica. ¿Verdad?
We'll go together. Paimon has
¿Verdad,
his look
verdad?
at
Claro, se me
Natlan's
olvidó.
jewelry very close to
Maldición. ¿Tengo acaso una de esas cosas que está haciendo olvidarme las cosas? Que... si no son muy caras, podemos comprar un conjunto entero.
Really? Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at what they have.
Mira, con tal que te caes, te compro todo, ¿ya?
You haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Xilonen ha vuelto a llevársela. Sigamos hablando con Neska.
Come on, Nichka. We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can help us pick something out.
Miss Traveler,
Come here, Nechka.
Ok, acá hay algo extraño, acá hay algo muy extraño.
Sorry,
Manipulación.
Xilonen, but it's already getting late.
Acá hay
We should be
manipulación,
heading back now.
acá hay manipulación o algo así, ¿ah?
It'll be Nechka's birthday in a few days, and
Algo
there's
extraño
still
está
a lot
pasando
for
aquí.
us to do before then.
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful jewelry to celebrate.
Algo muy extraño está pasando aquí. Ah, ahí está.
You're getting
Ahí
hot
está.
again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going. You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing. Let's go back and we'll have a talk.
I didn't.
Nechka, I never taught you to lie.
Sorry, Mom.
Nichka's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right. What should we do?
Tranquila, hagamos lo que dijo
No,
Xilonen.
Nechka was having so much fun today that she forgot the time. It's not a big deal. Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also have to recover if you carried her the whole way.
No, it's fine. I'll carry her.
Ya descubrimos
Let's
ya que
go,
acá
Nechka.
hay algo
It's
extraño
time
aquí.
to go home.
Ya descubrimos. La Soli rechaza ayuda y abandona la tribu. ¡Ey! ¡Déjame leer! Ok.
Thank you, everyone, for spending so much time with us today.
Paimoncita.
Please be sure to come to Nechka's birthday party.
Eso haremos.
Alright, it's nearly bedtime for Nechka, so let's part our ways here.
Oh, Auntie, remember to give her the book, that copy of To Kill the Brave I brought. I went to a lot of trouble to find it.
I understand. Really, do you think I'd let your efforts go to waste? It's very special to receive a book from you. I'm sure she'll put it somewhere safe. Right, Nechka?
Yeah. Thanks, Xilonen.
Oh, put it somewhere? Isn't she going to read it?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already. She's even memorized nearly every line.
Oh, that won't be a problem, Auntie. Nechka's probably never heard this version of To Kill the Brave.
Oh, what's different about this version?
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different from the one that you bought her. The one I gave her is the unedited version that was originally published. It was released long before Nechka fell ill.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales, Xilonen.
Esa mirada.
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that if what you said about Nechka's illness is true, she shouldn't be able to remember anything about her past before her illness. So, the ending to the original version of To Kill the Brave is also part of the past that she should have forgotten. In other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she shouldn't possibly know the ending, right?
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending of this book? Even if she does remember the ending, what does that prove? Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching and read the first edition of the story.
Yeah, okay, that is a possibility. After all, she does remember things that have happened recently. In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe and see if anyone remembers Nechka reading the book. There are only a few shops in the tribe that sell books, or we can just ask Nechka where she'd read it.
The booksellers all have inscriptions, so there's a chance that their memories...
So, you admit that the inscriptions can affect the tribe's current memories?
Un saludo para Ash aquí. Lo siento, pero no puedo. Oh, no.
I was very clear that I would consider that a crime and would stop all work on it.
There must be a few more books at home.
Se metió en problemas
I do
otra
not
vez.
wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit.
I beg your pardon?
Nichka, where did you read that book? Answer me.
Go home, Nichka. Are you disobeying me?
You're the one who wrote me the letter, Nichka. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nichka. Right here, right now.
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
Silence.
Uy,
That's the line from the old ending. Nichka remembers it.
I know everything. Xilonen, help me, please.
Oh,
Something's blocking the door.
Get back!
eso. Esto también está como para una captura.
Xilonen, wait for us.
The tunnel is blocked. We can't go in.
Se
Might also
por
be
un
trapped.
túnel. Wow.
Whoa. What are all those things on Nichka's walls?
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here.
Oh, estaba llenecito de esos cristales.
If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could go. Come on, follow me.
Oh, man. Es returbio lo que está pasando. Bueno, como me van a dar a xilonen de prueba, estoy seguro que sí. Vamos a dejar a nuestra xilonen por mientras, ¿de acuerdo? Y hacemos un team recontrameta porque vamos a tener 5 personajes. Recontrameta va a ser este team, man. Efectivamente, ¿no? Estamos aquí con xilonen. Ok.
Auntie's workshop. It was supposedly closed after she stepped down from her position in the tribe. But it appears that we've all been deceived.
Ok.
Why are there people up ahead?
If you're up to shady business,
let's finish
you have
this
to hire shady people to help you. Let's go, don't hesitate.
That was quick. That was quick.
Eso. Esperen, solamente está no está contando Furina en sus... Wow, man.
Bring it.
No puedo trepar. No puedo trepar. ¿Por qué no puedo trepar? Ah, por aquí. Ok. Media confusa la perspectiva ahí, pero... Muy bien, tengo que llegar hasta ahí ahora. ¿Puedo entrar? Sí, puedo. Oh, ok, no. No, 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 no.
Bring it.
Esto es lava, ¿no? Ah, no. Ok, acá hay más enemigos. Fantástico.
Come on, show me your courage.
All right.
Feeling lucky? Hiya! Watch out!
Muere, basura. ¿Hay más? No, esos son todos. No hay ni un solo cofre, ok.
All right.
Ok, hay que trepar aquí. Muy bien. Uy, hay que esquivar los láseres. La perspectiva juega un factor clave acá. Ay, me equivoqué. No puedo saltar, ¿verdad? Más enemigos, ok, perfecto. Listo. ¿Hay más? Sí, hay más. Ok, era obvio. Listo.
The transport system seems to still be functioning. Let's go look for the controls and get this cart running again. Maybe it can take us further inside. All right, let's keep going.
Aquí. ¿Por qué te estabas lanzándose la lava, xilonen? ¿Estás loca? ¿O no? No, ¿qué estabas a punto de hacer, xilonen? Se iba a lanzar hacia la lava, ¿lo vieron? Activa el controlador después de que el transporte esté en el... ¿Y ahora qué? Activar, ahora sí. Ok. Perfecto. Este lugar es un laberinto. Oh, ahí está.
You got here quick. Impressive.
Nichka's up there! What are you planning to
¡Qué
do to
viaje!
her?
Men, qué tétrico se ve
I
eso.
never lied to you.
Qué
All this
tétrico se
time,
ve eso.
I've only been trying to save my daughter, even though she's not my daughter yet. But once everything is over, she will really become my Nichka.
What is she saying? Is she not Nichka?
Recuerdos
So you
infundidos.
figured it out. I want to use memories to awaken my Nichka.
Entonces ella no es Nechka.
She has stayed in
No
the
que
Night
es...
Kingdom for far too long.
Oh,
She's
qué
afraid of the
tétrico.
dark and cold. I'm the one who made her stay there alone, so I must bring her back. Don't worry, Nichka. Mom hasn't forgotten anything. She has always remembered your name.
¿Acaso Nechka está muerta?
I'm afraid so.
Then, who's that girl lying up there?
She's a child from my tribe. Her parents were killed in the same abyss attack. But wouldn't you know it, her birthday is the same as that of my Nichka. I raised her and took care of her for many years. I thought that taking her in would help me feel better. I was so happy the first time she was willing to call me Mom. But then, I suddenly felt very scared.
¿Pero
Is
por
she
qué?
really my child? My child's name is Nichka. It could only be Nichka.
Men, esta woman está loca.
How could I be happy? My little Nichka is still waiting for me to get her home.
Wow, man.
As I said,
I only want to bring Nechka back, even if it costs me everything. And now, the time has come for me to pay.
Oh, rayos, man.
As for my useless ancient name, it's finally time to put it to good use. If you're not willing to help me, then you can become the fuel for Nechka's ancient name. Xilonen, you have yet to make a move. I take it you're examining the inscriptions around you. It's no use. I've already set up the blaze gem inscriptions, and the engraving diagram has already begun to run.
No.
It's all thanks to your ideas. Now, the central inscription will finally become Nechka's ancient name. After Nechka returns, I'll make sure to invite you to her birthday party.
Paimon, ponte detrás de mí.
You're not gonna go up there, are you?
No podemos permitir que le haga daño a una niña inocente.
There's a flaw in this engraving diagram. The weak point is almost about to activate. So on my mark.
Don't worry, Nechka. Don't worry.
Está loca. Está loca. Está loca.
3.
Mom will always be with you. I'll never forget you.
2.
Wake up, Nechka. Now. Please. Wake up.
1.
Y empieza la cinemática, ¿no? Sí.
It's alright. It's alright. You'll see Mommy soon. Nechka.
Keep back. Those are distorted thoughts. And the mists are the thoughts' twisted cries. If you become tainted by them, they will control you, and you'll never be free again.
Where are you? I don't want medicine. It hurts. It hurts. Why am I alone?
Nechka. Why?
No more medicine. Will you stay with me forever? Please never leave me again.
Rayos.
Telasoli, you're the one who twisted Nechka's name into a shackling prison. It's time for you to hear her true voice. Stone engraved and echoing peaks. Converge, disperse. In ashes be reborn. For flames born anew, and the blazing dawn.
Mommy will be with you. Nechka. Always. And forever.
Mommy, I've always been with you. And now you're finally listening to me. The old births the new, as flowers shield the roots, so life ever cycles until we return to the loam. We've known each other a while, but we've never met. You're Nechka? Yes, but I still don't know your name. My name's Napeka. It really suits you. Napeka, I bless you from the past and wish that every day of your future will be filled with peace and happiness.
Hola, men, qué sad.
I really want to go traveling.
No, ahora Navia. Men, qué triste. Nepeka.
I saw Nechka and was speaking with her, but now, where did she go? Nechka, Nechka, where are you? Answer, Mummy, please, please. Xilonen, you saw her too, didn't you? You saw my little Nechka. I felt her hands and hugged her. I was right. I was right. Those gray shadows were just a minor mistake. I just need to restart the ritual again. Alright, I'll start it again and Nechka will...
Have you still not come to your senses, Auntie?
What senses? I was not wrong. Nothing about what happened was wrong. She's just a little upset and was trying to ignore me. That child sure knows how to throw a tantrum. But I understand. I can accept that.
Enough, Tlasoli! The person you summoned with the Blaze Gem inscription wasn't the real Nechka at all. You collected memories of Nechka from countless people, but you forgot one thing. Among what you gathered were not only real memories, but also countless emotions. Didn't you realize what kind of emotions people would feel upon seeing Nechka's condition? When people held a dying child's hand, when they felt her faint breath and saw the helplessness in her eyes, when they sensed her body growing colder and colder, what could they feel but abject pain and sorrow?
I took those emotions.
You absorbed those emotions into the Blaze Gem inscriptions and solidified them as a piece of her past. Those gray figures were projections of that past. They could only reproduce the appearance of Nechka in her sickly state. What the real Nechka wished to say was drowned out by those twisted and painful thoughts.
I didn't want
Las
things to
emociones
turn out like
negativas
this.
superaron a las emociones fuertes.
All I wanted
A
was
las
for
emociones,
little
perdón,
Nechka to see her
positivas.
again.
Nechka has always been with you, Auntie. Everything has long been recorded on your ancient name. The one you said was useless. You exhausted every option and sacrificed everything in the hopes of saving your daughter. That is undeniable. But have you forgotten the true meaning of your own ancient name?
My ancient name is Undugu.
Amor familiar.
The immovable love between you and Nechka has already been recorded in your ancient name, but you chose to ignore that. Names are blessings from the past to the future. You told me that, Auntie. You gave Nechka her name, her first blessing. But now, you've turned her name into a prison by taking an innocent child captive, and you've imprisoned yourself.
Nechka is everything to me. Without her, I can't see any future for me. And as for blessings... What blessings have I had since the day she passed? I see her in my dreams every day, grasping my hand, telling me she's in pain, asking me to hold her. But I can't say anything. I can't grasp her hand. All I can do is shout her name over and over again until I wake up. Every day, every single day, I've hated myself, and ancient names too. Who knows? Maybe hate would have been the only thing left to her too.
You think Nechka would have come to hate you? Auntie, do you still remember the last words Nechka ever said to you?
Wow,
do you
man.
remember what her final words really were? The reason you haven't felt blessed is because you've forgotten the true past. Auntie, you've been wallowing in memories of your imagination and refused to let go of them. A name without a past is nothing but a withered tree with no roots, rotting without a future. It's over, Auntie. It's all over now.
Slowly now. Why don't you stay lying down?
Nepeka, ahora sí.
I'm sorry,
Ahora,
Pat,
su
this might
nombre
not
real
be
es
the best
Nepeka.
place to rest. Xilonen, Nechka, Nepecha can already stand now. so we made our way over.
Yo puedo llevarte a
Thank
cuestas.
you, Paimon and Miss Traveler. I'm fine, really. The real Nechka helped me just now, so it doesn't hurt much anymore.
That's good. If you became Nechka, then this story would really become the To Kill the Brave. This isn't the place to chat. Come on, let's get out of here.
Sí, vámonos de aquí.
But what about Tlasoli?
Oh, don't worry. She won't be able to cause any more trouble now.
Todo terminado. Abandonan el taller y tras salir xilonen les pide que... Ok, y nos pide que... Deja de darnos más tiempo para leer eso, por favor, hoyoverse. Ok, nos vamos aquí a las montañitas.
All right, I've locked Auntie in the house with a few ropes. I'll take her to the tribe shortly to be punished for what she did. As for now, we can get away from the house and get some sun.
Sí,
After
yo también lo
dealing
creo.
with all of that, I'm completely out of energy.
She's already planned out everything. xilonen sure doesn't waste time.
¿Por qué lo dices como si fuese una total desconocida, Paimon?
It's still so scary to imagine. Tlasoli wanted to turn her adopted child into Nechka, and she even nearly succeeded.
Xilonen supo qué hacer
Yeah, she
enseguida.
was so cool in the final moments. She went right into action and took control of the situation instantly.
Well, it's all thanks to Nepeka's resilience. She never gave up. If it weren't for her bravely trying to get help, then I wouldn't have noticed Auntie's plan so easily.
Qué valiente eres,
It
Nepech.
was thanks to all of you encouraging me. After all, this was already the last idea I could think of. I tried to get the attention of many others who visited before, but they were all either quickly whisked away by Tlasoli or simply refused to believe me. Even if I told them everything, Tlasoli would just blame my illness to cover it up. All she had to do was start to cry, and then the guest would try to comfort her, but completely
Claro,
forget
era
about me.
manipuladora.
She would inspect all the letters I sent and any gifts I received. And then, if I didn't comply, she would force me to drink some strange medicine. It would put me to sleep for a few days.
Wow,
and it would be hard for
man,
me to remember anything.
qué turbio.
I would see a lot of weird things while I slept, and I would be so scared every day. If I wasn't able to get your help this time, I might have just given up.
Pero ya terminó todo eso.
Now, Nepeka, if anyone dares to hurt you again, the Traveler and xilonen will send them flying.
Yeah. Sorry, I just can't help it.
You are already super brave.
No
and you even
llores.
managed to call xilonen for help. Oh, you definitely found the right person. Xilonen isn't the kind of person who gets distracted easily by crying. She pays attention when someone's talking and doesn't miss a beat.
And it was
Exacto.
because of your help that I was able to pick up on the details.
Nah,
Without you,
nah. Tú
it would
misma
have
lo
been
hiciste, realmente.
extremely
Tú misma te diste
difficult for her
cuenta.
to communicate that she needed help.
No.
Tlasoli would certainly be more on guard if I tried to speak with her, and would probably have just kept Nepeka locked up in a room again.
Sí, lo hubiera tenido ahí.
We had a part to play too.
Encerrada y siguiéndole lavando el
Where
cerebro.
did Tlasoli even get the confidence to try this scheme? Was she not scared that someone would realize that Nepeka wasn't Nechka?
Por eso es que empezó a usar los grabados del comienzo, pues.
That's certainly a possibility. The inscription she created would not only collect information related to Nechka's past, but also actively erase people's memories of Nechka.
Exacto.
It's similar to graffiti. If you want to paint something new on a wall that has been painted before, then first you must remove the old painting.
Claro.
It's possible that I was also one of her targets, which would explain why she was so willing to let me have the central inscription.
Whoa. And you still took it? If it were Paimon, she would have thrown that thing away the first chance she had.
Well, you can uncover the truth without taking some risks, right? If I hadn't disassembled the inscription myself, I would have never realized her actual motives.
Claro.
So you suspected
Qué
her
valiente,
from the
¿eh?
very beginning?
Oh, no, she's my auntie after all. How could I have seen her as a villain from the start? The most I did was keep the possibility and a corresponding plan in mind, and it was just our luck that the worst case scenario actually happened.
Claro.
But now that I look back on it,
Se dio cuenta, menos mal se dio cuenta y tenía un plan por si acaso.
That wasn't our original intention. Anyway, I think we've just about summarized everything and praised each other enough by now. Everything is finally over, and Nepeka can finally be herself.
So, what should I do now, xilonen?
You should do whatever you like, of course. No one's going to lock you up anymore.
But I don't know what I can do. Everything I know is about Nechka. What she liked to eat, which flowers she enjoyed, how she acted and spoke. I'm not her, but I can only be like her. I don't know, xilonen. I just don't know.
Oh, don't worry, Nepeka. The Blaze Gem inscription isn't working anymore. No one will force you to be somebody else again.
Claro, ya no tiene ese efecto.
But I no longer remember anything about myself now besides my name. What if I never remember my life and lose all of my past? I'm scared, xilonen. What should I do?
No llores.
Oh, don't cry, Nepeka. Here, take this. I took some ore from Tlasoli's collection and made this as a mold.
A Blaze Gem inscription. You can make them...
Oh, perdón,
of course not. It's just a pretty piece of stone. Take it. I've engraved your name, Nepeka, on the top. This is your first blessing, the one you received from a pair of people who loved you with all their hearts. It has always protected you and stood over you. For all of past, present, and future, it's never strayed far.
But I don't even remember the names of my parents. I don't remember anything.
Tranquila, Nepeka.
I won't make any big promises and say everything will return to normal. I'm not sure what kind of future you will face. I can only promise that no matter what the future holds, your name will never fade. This is a blessing given to you by a name engraver.
Claro.
You'll continue to grow and mature as a sapling sprouts upward and becomes a healthy tree. Or your name is your starting point, as well as your guide.
Ya no tiene por qué preocuparse por eso porque ya xilonen prácticamente le ha dado como que un nombre así. No es como el nombre antiguo, pero sí es similar.
I'll do my best.
You can do it, Nepeka.
Siempre vamos a estar contigo, Nepeka.
xilonen, Paimon, and Miss Traveler.
If you really can't come up with what to do, don't worry. Just relax and take it easy. We're from the same tribe after all. If nothing else works, I can always go to the elders and look up your history. And until then, you can stay at my workshop. I can handle another mouth to feed.
Ok, siempre tenía un plan B. ¿Crees que podrás encontrar su pasado?
Oh, I don't know if the plan will work. I'm not even sure who I should look for. Well, rather than placing our hopes on a plan that relies so heavily on luck, we should just focus on ourselves.
Claro.
Well, anyway, enough about all that for now. Let me take Tlasoli back to the tribe first. Oh, gosh. I nearly forgot that we haven't even had dinner yet. What would you like to eat?
Huh? Oh, anything. I'm not picky.
Oh, good. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do. We have a very busy future ahead of us.
xilonen básicamente acaba de adoptar a Nepech.
Oh, and one more thing. Happy birthday, Nepeka.
Oh, man. Y esta escena es muy bonita también, la voy a guardar. Ay, men. Eso, qué buen final, men. Qué buen final, qué buen final.
Oh, you're here. Everything's been taken care of now. I was just about to go have a rest.
¿Y la Sol iba a tener un castigo?
Well, the tribe is still discussing that. I mean, not many have ever used ancient names to commit a crime. Pakal will have a lot on his plate. What I do know is that Tlisoli's workshop will be closed permanently, and any remaining incomplete Blaze Gem inscriptions will be completely destroyed.
Oh.
And as for the completed Blaze Gem inscriptions, I'll be handling them, which, whew, yeah, yet another hassle to deal with. Anyway, at least her ancient name is fine. Otherwise, we'd have a real mess on our hands.
Sí, definitivamente.
Oh, and speaking of ancient names, I actually have some good news. The memories that were absorbed by the Blaze Gem inscriptions can be restored to their owners. Now, once all the Blaze Gem inscriptions stop working, the memories will return to their respective owners.
Oh, entonces todos los recuerdos. Recuperar a la gente todos sus recuerdos.
That's right. Huh. Wait, now that I think about it, in her attempt to get Nechka to come back, Auntie made the entire tribe forget about her.
Sí, no estaba pensando muy bien la
Nechka
tía.
Really is gone.
La tía La Soli.
But everyone is about to remember her. Phew, what a bizarre turn of events.
¿Y qué tal de pecha?
She's resting in my workshop. I contacted others from the tribe and told them about my plan to conduct an official investigation into her history. The tribe hasn't responded yet, so I'm planning to take her in for now and teach her some crafting skills.
Ah.
But that's for another time.
La adoptaste, di la verdad, la has
She should
adoptado.
just
Es tu hija
rest and
ahora.
sleep. After all, she's got a busy future ahead of her.
Ok. Supongo que ese es el final. Sí, es el final. Y bien, gente, ha sido una muy bonita historia, muy buena, muy buena. Me gustó el plot twist al final con la Sol y Nepecha. Me gustó ese plot twist, fue tremendo. Poco a poco nos fuimos dando cuenta de ciertos detalles y la manipulación que estaba ejerciendo la Soli sobre Nepecha. Pero, wow, muy buena historia, muy perspicaz también xilonen. Se dio cuenta muy rápido de todo, incluso antes que nosotros, así que... Nada, la admiro cada vez más como personaje, me identifico mucho con ella, de verdad, no sé por qué. Pero es un personaje que me ha caído demasiado bien, gente, de verdad. Y bien, espero que les haya gustado el video. No olviden suscribirse y dejar su like si es que quieren ver más videos así. Activen la campanita, ya saben, si quieren recibir las notificaciones. Yo soy Lobito y nos estamos viendo en una próxima oportunidad. ¡Chau!